This podcast is being recorded and produced on Gadigal land.
We pay our respects to the traditional custodians of this country and elders past, present.
We extend our respect to any First Nations, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people joining us today.
Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.
I'm Brittney Saunders.
And I'm alright, hey, and this is High Scrollers, the podcast version of your favourite group chat.
If it's trending, going... Is this my line?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
If it's trending... We're leaving that in. I really need to go to the toilet. If it's trending, going viral, or has you gripped, we're talking about it.
Alright, here's the pass. You go to the toilet, I'll do the intro for you. There you go, have fun.
Bye,
My
everyone.
God, bye. Coming up in this episode, it's our New Year's Eve special. We've had a big year here at High Scrollers, and we're going to take you through some of our royal flushes of 2024. The best things. We've got 3 things each. Best things we've seen on the internet, best things in our personal lives, things like that, everything that's happened this year. We're going to take you through the best of 2024. Deal me in, Joel, let's go.
Happy New Year!
Oh, not yet, Del, not yet. It's tonight, but yes.
But people aren't going to fucking listen to this on New Year's Eve. They're busy.
You don't reckon they'll be listening hungover tomorrow?
Yeah, so I'm saying Happy New Year. Let the fireworks explode.
Or nice and fresh. Maybe New Year, new me. Everyone's at the gym listening to us on the treadmill. If you're on the treadmill, keep going. Go on then. Get it, son.
Fuck, I don't think I'm ever going to walk on a treadmill again.
Really?
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, I get quite bored after just a couple minutes.
Same, again.
My limit's like 2 minutes, feels like 2 hours. And I was having a conversation with a friend the other day, and he was trying to convince me to do Barry's boot camp, which is like, I was like, describe it to me. Is it like F45 or is it like,
Nah.
Apparently it's meant to be one of the hardest workouts in the world. I said, you've lost me. I can't do it. I can't be bothered. But welcome to our final episode of 2024. Obviously it's New Year's Eve tonight. Don't know if you're listening tonight or when you're listening
what are you
to this.
doing for New Year's this year, Matt?
Well, I don't know.
Come to my house.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no,
maybe.
but fuck that. It's too far.
Is it? No, it'll be fine. Well, I'll see. I think as long as you got a spare bed, don't
Yeah.
you? Yeah. Well,
Party at mine.
Okay. Well, shit. I've got to get myself sorted. Who knows? I don't know. We haven't got a plan for New Year's. Obviously, scrollers, by the way, we're on annual leave at the moment. We're on our Christmas New Year break, so we are recording this a couple weeks in advance for you. But I don't actually have a solid plan yet. Do you have any plans, or
I
you're just
never
going to have it at
planned.
home?
Yeah, I'll just be at home, I reckon.
Well,
Anyone's welcome.
Well, you've worked all year
Yeah.
on the bloody house as if you're going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not fucking going anywhere.
Although you did say because in preparation for today's episode, I did go back to last year's New Year's Eve episode that we did.
Oh.
And I had a bit of a listen to it to see whether we said anything or mentioned anything that we could like reflect on and whether we achieved in 2024.
Yeah.
Now, last year you said that your goal was to get a yacht.
Yeah, but I wasn't talking about this year.
Well, I just
I
wanted
think
to
it was
know
just
how close to it are you?
Oh, not much closer at all at this fucking...
I'm getting impatient over here. I'm waiting for that yacht on Sydney Harbour. Last year you
Yeah.
said you want a yacht on Sydney
That's
Harbour.
my life goal. That's not like a 12-month goal.
Okay. Well, if we could work on that in 2025, that'd be really good. 'cause we
Okay.
could
That's
then-
like a life goal. I see myself at like 60 years old, just AJ and I like on a yacht. Not in Sydney, in like Italy or something. Just sipping a champagne, you know? Like, imagine that.
I mean, it would be nice, but it would be nice if we could do it this year or next year. Not,
Okay.
not
Let
in
me pull my
30
finger out. Well, I'm not going
years.
on annual leave then. I got to keep fucking working so you can get the yacht. What did you say?
I didn't have any sort of goal like a yacht, but last year my royal flush was Taylor Swift because, as I said, I became a Swiftie in like 2023. So that was one of my royal flushes with Taylor Swift and the Eras tour. And then my other royal flush of last year was the Barbie movie and just all of the PR and, you know, remember it's quite like Wicked this year. Last year we had Barbie where every brand collaborated with Barbie.
See,
and
I want
came
to
out
say,
with
I want to
different-
say now, like I reckon the Barbie was louder than Wicked.
Yeah, I
The
think,
marketing.
yeah,
The marketing team's better.
Yeah, true, because I guess Barbie is a more universally recognised brand.
Yeah,
than
true. They
Wicked.
had that advantage over Wicked.
But
People
there's-
only like Wicked that like Wicked.
Yeah, but there has been a lot of collaborations with Wicked, and I have picked up some things. I've had to restrain from getting absolutely everything.
What
'cause
about Ariana's makeup? Were you
No.
Nah.
Sorry, I'm not about Rem Beauty. I love Ariana, but
What does
I'm
REM
just,
stand for?
really easy makeup. I don't know.
REM sleep.
Yeah, well, she's got a song called REM. So
Rapid eye movement.
no, well, oh, it says it's a dream state, but also focuses on the eyes.
So it is about REM sleep. I was just joking when I said that. There you go. It is rapid eye movement.
So it stands for dream beauty. Okay, fun. Well, that's nice. Yeah, I don't know. I actually haven't even tried anything from REM Beauty, but I don't try any of those like celebrity.
See, but I will say Rare Beauty is really good, and so is Fenty, like Rihanna's.
Oh, Fenty, I will admit,
Rare
Fenty,
and
great.
Fenty actually fucking are so good.
Everything I've used from Rare, I went, not really, not for me.
Really?
And I haven't tried anything from House Labs from Lady Gaga.
Apparently that's really good too, but I've never tried. I feel like Rare Beauty is good for like the soft girl, like, you know? So you're more like cool glam with your makeups. Maybe that's why you didn't like Rare.
Yeah, true. Last year, your royal flushes were Pink V.
Yep.
Which is so fun because we actually said in last year's episode, like, you need to work together.
I know, and we did a brand deal with them this year.
Yes.
So that was like manifestation.
With the Pink V fridge at Fate.
Yep,
and all
still
the rest
got
of
that.
So there you go. You manifested that one. And last year it was funny. You said in that episode that you had created a Pink V Christmas tree in the Fate warehouse.
Yes.
Full of all the empty cans. You'd tape them all together.
Yeah.
Did you do that
We
this
do
year?
have a massive tub of like empty ones. We've got everyone to put the cans there. So I think AJ needs to build another one.
Nice.
But we're recording this early.
Yeah,
so
true.
I can't say.
You also said your royal flush was Britney Spears' conservatorship ending, even though it ended
The
3
year
years
before.
prior.
I know, but it felt like that year because it was all on the fucking news.
Yeah. So I thought this episode being the main episode, obviously we're doing a bit shorter episodes for you. We thought we'd cut to the chase and give you our royal flushes of 2024, the best things we saw on the internet, but can also have to do with our life as well. You know,
This is always so hard. I felt the same way last year.
Yeah.
Like this is a very hard thing to answer.
Yeah. Well, I've got mine ready.
Okay,
take
let's
me
go
long.
one for one. Okay,
All right, one
you
for
start.
one. So, first of all, I think it's very obvious. One of my royal flushes of the year would be the Wicked movie. Definitely all of that. Remember all the hype surrounding the premiere when I met Ariana and Cynthia, all the rest of that little interaction I had. Watching the movie for the first time at the State Theatre with everybody in the room was just such a magical experience. Obviously, Wicked means so much to me and I just love it. I think they did the movie justice. I think all of the merch surrounding it, so fabulous. Again, similar to Barbie, basically same points I said last year about Barbie is what I'm going to say about Wicked. That has to be one of the biggest pop culture moments in a very long time. And I just think the whole campaign and everything was executed so well. I was obsessed with it. I can't wait for it to come out on streaming so I can probably just watch it every single day. It'll be my hyperfixation.
I can't wait for it to come out on streaming so I can watch it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go listen to people fucking sing in the movie. Shut up.
And so I would say one of my biggest royal flushes of the year is the Wicked movie.
Okay, well, one of mine is Addison Rae turning from a TikToker doing dances that were cringe into quite literally a pop star.
Mm-hmm.
I liked her when she was a TikToker, like in COVID times, and it's been really cool to watch someone fully go from like a cringe TikToker for kids into what she's doing now. Like she even did that movie, like He's All That or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And that was cringy. But I've seen a lot of people like speculating her career, saying like sometimes to get to like be a proper celebrity, you have to do those cringy things.
Yeah.
And now she's just fully rebranded successfully. And like, I love Aquamarine. Like, do you love that song?
Yeah, I do.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like, it's so fucking cool and good. Like, I feel like a lot of songs that come out, or like if there's a new pop star, it's like stuff we've sort of heard before. And I know people say like Aquamarine is kind of like old Madonna vibes. But I don't know. I just feel like it's new. And I'm looking forward to seeing like what she does in the future.
Yeah.
Because for so long, like we've had the same celebrities and the same like artists, right? Like we've had Katy Perry, we've had Rihanna, we had Beyonce, like, but they're all getting kind of fucking old now. So I think it's like I'm loving just seeing this wave of new singers and celebrities come in, like Sabrina, Chapel,
Charlie.
and then I feel like Addison's going to become even more one of
For
those
sure.
girls. So I would say her, rebrand has been one of my royal flushes of the year.
I think there are two things to note here on this conversation. First of all, I think that I saw a TikTok from someone who compared the trajectory of someone like Charli D'Amelio to Addison Rae, and the fact that Addison Rae did a lot less on purpose and kind of worked behind the scenes to then give people something really polished and well executed, whereas someone like Charli D'Amelio maybe just took every opportunity that came her way and was a bit of a yes man or yes woman to all the opportunities. She did the reality show, she let people in, she did everything, like, so, and it kind of overwhelmed everyone, whereas Addison Rae was like, I'm just going to keep quiet.
She kind of dropped off for a while there,
did.
like, and didn't post a TikTok for like 6 to 12 months, and then would post one random little video.
Yeah. And then I think the other second point is talking about the music industry and seeing people like Sabrina, Charlie, Chappell, and who was the other one you said? Addison Rae. Well, not so much Addison Rae, I guess, for this example, but it's funny how you said, like, you know, all the Beyoncés and the Lady Gagas and the Katy Perrys, they kind of, you know, have dropped off. I think it's funny because the way that the music industry works, it's a little different for Sabrina Carpenter, given this is her 6th album/EP, I think.
Yeah.
But, you know, remember Lady Gaga, like, she came out with her, like, just very standard, you just dance. Like, that's going to please pretty much everyone. It's an earworm, it's basic lyrics, it's a good dance track, it's going to be able to be played on radio, blah, 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 blah. Same with Ariana Grande. Actually, she's a better example. Sorry to switch up, but Ariana Grande is a better example. Her first album, even her second album, were very tailored to be like a number one hit. Like, they were like, we want this to go number one. We want it played on every radio session. We want songs like You Break Free that just still gets played to this day and
just
everyone
your
loves it.
basic pop song.
Yeah. But then what happens is, after they've made their break in the music industry, they then start to peel off and try to be a bit more experimental, or make the music that they want to actually make and have wanted to make the entire time. And then they start to either lose fans, or fans lose interest.
People say they've changed.
People say they've changed. Rihanna's probably like the best. If you listen to like Rihanna's first album / even that Loud album with Only Girl in the World in it.
Yeah.
Listen to that and then listen to something like Anti. They could be two different artists.
Yeah.
You know? And so I think they get to a point where they're like, I don't want to make this shitty music that I actually don't care or connect with, which is so fair as an artist. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But I think it's like the music industry lulls people into a false sense of security with like these big bangers and big, you know, even Sabrina with Espresso, and Espresso was such a big song. Even when she released Short and Sweet, I was kind of like, I just wanted a whole album full of espresso. None of this like sounds the same, or it doesn't seem like it fits. It's like Espresso went, you know, really made her career. Then she gave us Please, Please, Please. And I was like, it's a good song. Like, I do love it, and I still play it and I still listen to it, but it's like so different to what I was expecting or wanting. I mean, you'll always have your diehard fans that stick around forever, but I think that happens is like once the Katy Perrys of the world start making this music that they actually want to make, they lose that radio play, they lose those fans, and then they've just got their core fandom.
I just think, I mean, like, I think back to when our parents were young. They had their Beyoncés and Katy Perrys and everything, which would have been like Elvis and the Beatles and everything. And then I feel like we've had these big artists, the Lady Gagas, the Beyoncés. It's like cool to think that one day, like, the Lady Gagas and Beyoncés are going to be like the Beatles, and do you know what I mean? Like the generations. Like, now there's like a new wave of artists coming through, so that kids generations below us are going to have their Beyoncés. Yeah. You know, because then the way that we go, oh, Tom Jones, but like to our parents and whatever, Tom Jones is like Beyonce.
Yeah.
It's like each generation has their own icons.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just really interesting to see. Like, I'm excited for them.
It is. So first Royal Flush of the Year is Addison Rae. Love that. My second one of the year is actually a musical that I saw that actually really surprised me. It's Titanic. And if this musical ever comes to your city, it's more of like an off-Broadway sort of vibe. Like, it's not going to be in your big, at least not at the moment, it's not going to be in your big theatres. It's not going to be promoted heavily. It's not going to have the budget. It's a smaller production that I went and saw. It's Titanic. It's a musical that is made up of Celine Dion songs. The premise of the musical is that Celine Dion was actually on the Titanic and she retells the story. And so I'm not the biggest Titanic fan. Like, I've watched the movie. Cool. It's good. Whatever. Couldn't tell you what happens really, except that they hit an iceberg. And then Celine Dion, not the biggest fan. I don't know all of her songs, but I went and I really enjoyed not only the music, but the story and also how funny it was. I don't think I stopped laughing from start to finish. There are a lot of references to really updated references of today's like pop culture. There's even a bit of improv in the show. So it like leans into being able to make a joke off the cuff that may be really relevant to that specific day that you're seeing the musical. So it's almost like you get a different musical each time you go. And it was really like one of the best musicals I've seen in such a long time. And as I said, it was a lower budget, I guess, production. Like, it wasn't in a big theatre. It was in a smaller theatre in Sydney. And if it's running and it comes to you in 2025, or I think it runs a lot in New York maybe, if you ever find yourself over there, if you find yourself in a city, or if it comes to your city, I would highly recommend seeing Titanic. It is one of the best musicals I've seen in such a long time. So smart, so witty, so fun. And I just had the best night out, and I've been advocating for it ever since. Anyone who asks, or if it comes up in a conversation or anything like that, I am straight away recommending that they get tickets and go and see it. So I'm passing that recommendation on to all of you. Titanic, that's spelt like Titanic, but instead of a C, it's Q-U-E. It's very gay, it's very camp, and you'll absolutely love it.
Well, my second royal flush of the year, more of a personal one, but still was on the internet, would definitely have to be our 7th birthday giveaway we did for our 7 customers, as well as the community event that we did when we did the 7 customers brand trip. I know we've already spoke about this on the pod anyway. We did a big recap of it, so I won't go into detail, but just feel like that was a really big royal flush for me in my journey, and just being able to like share, I guess, our fate world with like 7 of our customers and like have them with us and host them and kind of show them Newcastle as well. I feel like we brought a lot of tourism to Newcastle in those 3 days, especially for the customer event that we did in the night, because people came from fucking Hobart, New Zealand, Melbourne, Brisbane. People came from all over. So it was us bringing the tourism to Newey, and it was just a big bucket list career moment for me, just being able to use this business that I have built off the back of fucking starting YouTube videos to the point where I got to, fly 7 customers to spend 3 days with us and treat them like influencers. I just think that's a massive royal flush for me.
For sure.
Yeah.
That makes sense as a royal flush. Yeah, for sure.
Loved that.
And so my third and final royal flush of 2024, going back to music again, going back to Sabrina Carpenter, it actually would have been her at Coachella. I think that we saw so many viral videos come out of her Coachella performance. Obviously, we got espresso from her Coachella performance, and I think that really solidified her. So in the same way that you were like Addison Rae and
well,
her
I'm just
trajectory,
sitting here thinking, I reckon, like, I don't know if it'll be next Coachella that Addison Rae plays, but maybe the one after, because I will say she went on stage with Charlie XCX and Troye Sivan. Did you see that?
Yeah.
You can tell she doesn't have the confidence on the stage yet.
Oh, okay.
Like, she seems nervous in some parts.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she'll be at Coachella 2025, but maybe the one after. I don't know.
Also, maybe
we'll
she's like us and just has a bit of imposter syndrome. Like,
yeah, I reckon for sure. She would feel like a fish out of water. Like, being a TikToker and then all of a sudden you're hanging out with all these fucking celebs.
Yeah.
That would be wild.
For sure.
But yours was Sabrina at Coachella.
Yeah, I just think like we got such a big, there was just such a big response online from her, and it really solidified her as an artist. And I even, as I said earlier in the year when I saw the Eras tour, I was like not a huge Sabrina. I mean, Sabrina got cancelled at our show, but the other show I went to, I was like, it's too hot. I can't sit out here and watch this Sabrina girl prance around and sing her songs. So I went and got a hot dog and sat inside, and I'm like kicking myself that I didn't enjoy Sabrina Carpenter because I didn't really know her. And now she's one of my favourite artists, and probably, I mean, at the time of recording, Spotify Wrapped hasn't quite come out yet, But
I remember when that came out last year and I was like, mine is rigged for sure.
yeah, so true.
When does that come out?
I don't know. I think it's only a couple of days away, so we'll probably be able to do our Spotify Wraps in a main episode. So you probably would have... Oh, my God, it's so confusing. We're coming to you from back in time, but you've probably already heard the episode where we discuss our Spotify Wrapped. So I'm assuming she will be up well and truly up there. If Espresso isn't my number one played song of the year, I will be very surprised. But yeah, Sabrina Carpenter at Coachella and just her whole career trajectory in general, the concerts as well, the Juno positions, there's so much virality from her. She's really killing it. So yeah, love.
Well, my third royal flush of the year, and there could be so many more, but I'm going to stick with the music theme as well. Now, I don't know how long ago it was, but on the pod, I was raving about Tate McRae. And this was a while ago now, I think.
Yeah.
And I actually remember something, Matt.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
That you said that you didn't really like her.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't say. I don't know if I said I didn't really like her. I don't really care for her, but I did rebut against you. I remember you being like, "She's gonna be the next Britney Spears," and I went, "No, you're wrong."
And I remember one day we were downstairs in the lobby waiting to come up here, and I just listened to like a whole heap of her songs on the way. I was like, "Matt, I've been listening to this Tate McRae girl. Like, have you seen this or whatever?" And you're like, "Eh."
Yeah. I know. I poo-pooed on her. I went, "No, she's not going to be anything special." Well, you made me eat my words.
Yeah, I have, again, I know it's super similar to the whole Addison Rae thing. Again, like I just feel like proud watching these girls. Like, and I've seen like all of Tate McRae's stuff that she's done since childhood. Like she's done dancing. Do you know she was on So You Think You Can Dance?
No.
Yeah, she was on So You Think You Can Dance. She's done so much. And I'm just loving her just flooding my FYP over the last few months with her dancing. Like her dancing is fucking unmatched. And like her hair when she dances and the hair's fucking dancing. I don't know. She's just killing it. And I think also she will be at Coachella at some stage as well.
Yeah, I think I would say that Tate probably has a better chance than Addison only because Tate is already doing sold out arenas around the world.
Yes, agree. And her dancing is just amazing. Like I love a singer that does a full choreographed dance as well.
I will say though, lip syncing off the charts. Come on, babe. It's really obvious, especially with that head mic that she wears, like the Britney Spears head mic that she wears.
Yeah, I think it's probably because she's dancing too much, like that she can't fucking sing as well.
But I'm happy for you to dance. Don't pretend you're singing.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth. Dance. Go for your life. Because she does some fun dance breaks where she passes the microphone to a backup dancer and then goes for it.
Yeah.
Cool. But like, I just it's just so obvious.
Yeah.
When an artist lip syncs in this day and age. And so that's the one.
Taylor lip syncs sometimes.
Yeah, she does. And I've actually clocked how to figure out when and where she does it. Have I spoken about that on the podcast before? If not, I was going to make a video about it, but then I thought I didn't want to start a shitstorm. But she's actually so obvious. And once you figure out when she isn't lip syncing, it's actually really obvious to tell. So on the Eras tour, I noticed that if she's genuinely singing, the microphone's really close to her mouth. It's actually touching her lips most of the time. And that's her real voice. As soon as she starts lip syncing, she actually pulls the microphone away to like 15, 20 centimeters away from her mouth. And it's really obvious. It's like she doesn't know she's doing it. It's like a subconscious thing.
Right.
But it's like when she knows she's singing, she's got to have it right up at her mouth.
Yeah.
And then when she is lip syncing to catch her
I've
breath.
always wondered, by the way, like when artists do lip sync, and fair enough, like no one can fucking sing for 3 hours straight and dance and perform for 3 hours. Why don't they do a recording like in a studio or whatever, and that's what they play out, but it's like seems and sounds raw? Do you know what I mean? Like Britney Spears, for example, would just, not that she's performing anymore, but she would just lip sync to her albums, like just to the songs that are on the albums, the full studio, like perfection. Like, why don't they go in the studio and do like some live recordings? They can tweak them a little bit, but so they still sound really natural. So then it would be harder for us to pick up on if they are lip syncing or not. Like, why don't they do that?
Yeah.
Beats me. That's what I would do.
You'd be a lip syncer?
Yeah.
Really?
No, I would try to sing live, but then if for a few songs I was going to go into lip syncing, I'd make it a studio recorded raw that's just slightly edited but not really.
Yeah, I'm also like, I mean, I know, again, here's me switching up halfway through a segment, but I know I just was like, get over the lip syncing, Tate McRae. But I also have to say that why are we so hyper fixated on the lip syncing aspect? Because I guess a concert is there's so many aspects to it.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
There's so many aspects to the
You
whole
changing
thing.
your mind halfway through.
So many aspects to the whole thing. Even if Tate McRae is lip syncing at this part,
She's
why
out of
can't I
breath.
enjoy a different aspect of the concert?
Yeah, like
for
she's
that?
so out of breath. Like
Yeah.
I would be too. I fucking walk up 4 steps to get to the door at Nova here and I'm puffed.
Yeah.
Imagine doing a whole dance. No thanks. And still making sure you look good. Like making sure you look good.
Yeah.
You know? Fuck me.
I have something to add.
Oh yeah, jump in, Hannah. Last episode of the year, jump in.
Have your final say, Hannah.
reckons
Now is
she's
your
got
chance.
something to add to this, so in you come.
I was just going to say that, like, as a big Addison Rae fan, like, you've got your studio artists and then you've got your live performance artists.
Yeah, so I
like,
I
when
reckon
she was on the Sweat Tour, people were like, she can't sing, blah, blah, blah. That's not the appeal of Addison Rae. The appeal of her is her fun little vibey fucking paparazzi shots and her really good music videos. I don't need her live vocals on
Yeah,
stage.
I agree.
I just need her
Oh.
being cute little Addison Rae.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to a Gaga concert, I want vocals.
Yeah.
If I'm seeing Taylor, who's written all of her songs, she's done playing the guitar, playing the piano, I need the live vocals. But if I'm seeing fucking Tate McRae, or if I'm seeing little Addie Ray,
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
invested
And
for
I can
something
see
else.
Addison Rae not being like an arena girl.
Yeah.
And if
I've-
she is, it's going to be like lip singing and it's all about the show.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
She's a good dancer.
If she never performs live in her career,
Yeah,
she can still
let
be
her
one of my
be-
favourite singers.
Yeah.
But see, that's what
That's
they
all
did
I'm
with Katy
saying.
Perry. Do you remember Katy Perry's
Goodbye.
first tour was the California Dreams tour? Any circus trick they could have done, they did. She had quick changes on stage. She had magic tricks. She came out of the stage. She flew across the stage. She did this. She did that. They had costume changes, fairy floss, fucking backup dancers doing cartwheels to distract you from the fact that her voice was not very strong at that point in her career.
Yeah.
But she had what we've
A
spoken
big
about.
show.
We spoke about that album. That first album she released, hit
Banger.
after hit after hit after hit. She had so many hits. There was so much money to make, but she hadn't trained her live vocals enough to actually sing well.
Yeah.
So they had to distract the audience with fucking lollipops and giant cats and fucking... Do you know what I mean? So yeah, Addison Rae could definitely...
Lollipops and giant
They did. Look at the bloody stage, you know? She's got candy cane tits spinning around and fireworks coming out her fucking ass. So it's like, you got to do these things. And you know what? I take back what I said. As long as you're putting on a fucking show, I don't care if you're lip syncing or not. And I'll probably change my mind again tomorrow.
I wish in another life I was a pop star.
Yeah, me too. I'd be so
I think
good at
in
it.
another life I genuinely am a pop star. Like I am Addison Rae. I don't want him anyway, girl. Take him. See, I can sing like Tate McRae.
If I could sing, I would be unstoppable. Because, look, I've got the fashion. I could easily wear the things Lady Gaga's wearing, you know.
You could,
No
yeah.
budget for it, but I could make it myself if I tried, paper mache. If I could sing, the songs would be a hit. I'm actually a great songwriter. I could do
Oh.
that.
Why don't we sign up as a duet then? Because I think I can sing and dance.
Okay. And I could just be the Jack Antonoff to your Taylor
Yeah.
Swift.
You
Nice.
can write the songs and I'll sing them.
Oh, but it's hard for me to take a back seat to the limelight, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, but then you could make just as much money and you have to do less work.
No, see, I'm not about money. I'm about fame. Yeah, I'll admit that. I'm about fame, not money. I could be.
Well, you could be the
I could be
DJ.
dirt poor.
You could be the DJ. You be up on the DJ decks. I'll sing and dance at the front.
I think notoriety is more important to me than the funds in my bank account, honestly. Who cares for money? But because fame can get you free stuff anyway, you know?
True.
Yeah, I don't think Taylor Swift's paying for much, surely. Because everyone's just throwing stuff at her for
So
free.
true. So
Surely.
True. Well, yeah, I'm a pop star in another life. When they said Brittney Spears' biopic's coming out and they need someone to play it, I'm like, I could.
Yeah.
That's how falsely confident I am in myself. I'm like, I'm me. I'll play her. Never acted in my life, but I could do it.
Nice. All right, well, we'll put that on the manifestation board for 2025 then. Last
Singer,
year.
actor, dancer.
Yeah. Okay, just on
Yacht.
Yes, yacht. No, that's what we're manifesting for 2025. Sorry, you can be a pop star in 2026, okay?
No, but I'm too old.
No, 2025. we're manifesting a yacht. Scrollers, let's all manifest together. Kumbaya. And have a fabulous New Year's Eve, everyone, no matter how you're
Be
celebrating
safe.
tonight.
Be gay.
Be safe. Be gay.
Be slay.
Be slay. You know what?
Be safe,
Fuck,
be
I
gay,
love
be
us.
slay.
Fuck, what a great way to end the year. And we're manifesting for all of you whatever you'd like.
Yes, but you can't be a pop star like us.
No,
You gotta pick
and no
something-
yachts. Don't manifest any yachts. We need
Pick
that energy.
something different to what we have picked, okay?
Yeah.
Be original.
All right. Thanks for listening to us, Scrollers. Not only this episode, but all bloody year.
Mm-hmm.
We made it through another year together. Here's to 2025.
Oh, we can make the really lame joke now that everyone makes it New Year's Eve.
Okay, yeah.
See you next year.
See you next year. We'll see you on Friday for an episode of Close Friends. Sorry you got to wait till next year to hear that one. Anyway, Jarl, I better let you go. There's a firework coming out of my ass.